All right, man. Fuck yeah, daddy. Talk to him. Talk to him. Sexy slow jam.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's hot.
This one right here.
I'm gonna let it just play for a while. Can I just get in the mood?
Dude, they just don't make music like they used to.
I swear to God.
I've been putting on like old ass music lately. It's such a vibe.
It's a fucking energy.
Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am for real.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another thrilling episode of the Days Grimm, where we like to listen to some really smooth fucking jazz. My name is Brian Michael Day.
My name is Thomas Grimm.
What
I have
is-
my voice back this week?
Hell yeah, brother. Bump me down in the headphone one notch. Leave it playing, though. Leave it playing. It's putting me in the mood. You sound a lot better, and I sound a lot worse.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like fucking... What's that? Freaky Friday. It's
Yeah.
like we fucking switch bodies, dude.
Dude, I felt like I got throat fucked by all of Cell Block 1 last week.
Yeah, bro. So, I went to Guns N' Hoses for the first time.
Do you think that's rigged?
Yes. After the last fight, after the main event,
I
yes.
think the main event fight, like the fight for it all, I think is rigged every year.
It had to be. Because my boy Ryan Lux, do you know that guy?
I don't.
Okay.
Was he unlucky?
No, it's like Lux, Lux. But yeah, Ryan Lux was the main event for the firefighters, and that's who I was rooting for. And the cops, the guy was doing horrible, right? Not great,
Right.
in the main event. First round, 20 seconds in, and he's just getting bopped. The cop is. Well, he catches Ryan like one time, and Ryan was like a little wiggle, but he was fine. And then they go back at it, and Ryan goes back to hammering him. And then the cop gets like one good uppercut or a jab, I don't remember. And then Ryan's knee actually kind of crinkled, but then came right back. Like just kind of wobbly knee, and then he locked right back in.
Yeah.
They called the fight. First round, 30 seconds. Pissed me the fuck off. Where in all the other fights before that, they were letting way more go, which is horseshit.
Wait, what? Just
because his knee buckled a little. Yeah.
Like buckled as in like
TKO. Call it
Wow.
TKO.
They
yeah.
needed the PR.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking so fucking rigged. That's
Yeah, I agree, dog.
that's my opinion. Actually, stand by. We got to make it. Yeah, now you look beautiful. Okay.
Good.
And a 1 and a 2. Okay. Sorry, what were we talking about? Oh, yeah. But yeah, it's rigged for sure.
Yeah.
I'm glad you bring that up because that's all I was yelling about after the main event. I was like, this is fucking bullshit. Screaming. So
Dude, there was
I have no
a
voice
fight
now.
on they live streamed the heavyweight boxing fights on Netflix this Saturday as well.
Oh, yeah. I heard about that. Did you watch it?
No, because Netflix hates me, and like I don't have like a device that I can just like watch Netflix on other than like my phone or laptop.
You don't have like a hot stick?
No, I have like a Chromecast, so I just cast from my phone. But for some reason, on all the live stream Netflix events, it doesn't let me.
That's fucking wild.
Like when Rogan did his live,
the special,
Yep.
which was
Wouldn't
so
let me.
fire.
wouldn't let me.
Are you
when
serious?
The Jake Paul Tyson fight
Dead ass.
wouldn't let me. Yeah, every live thing they do, I can't. I have to watch it on my phone.
What's the deal with that? Is like streaming different from like something?
I don't know.
Like
'Cause
streaming
then, like
live?
I can watch a movie and go right from there.
Yeah, you can
So,
stream a film that's already been like
Right.
pre-recorded, but maybe
I could
it's-
put Netflix on the Xbox and do it that way, but
Yeah,
that would
dude.
have been like
Dude,
6 steps.
get
know
you
what I mean?
get you an Alexa, dude. A hot stick. The hot sticks are great, dude. I got 2 of them.
Yeah, the Fire
Yeah.
Sticks.
Yeah, the fire
I think they
stick.
call 'em
Yeah,
hot
dude.
sticks.
Hot sticks. Dude, so anyways, how are you? You sound really
I'm
good.
all right, man.
You look really good.
Yeah,
Yeah, man, I'm pumped to be here. So what are we gonna do today?
I think we're gonna talk about space.
I like that. You
I
remember the
think,
last time we talked about space, though?
It was with Berenson, I think.
Well, I was thinking before that, like where we just dedicated a whole episode to Mars. Shout out to episode number fucking 3.
Like 5.
Yeah, dude. We found out how many wombats it would take if you lined them up to get
Right.
from here to Mars. I did like some serious number crunching on that.
Dude, what I found wild about Artemis is like one,
they're back safe now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
One is like when they launched, they knew like damn near down to the minute when they were gonna touch back down.
Touch back down to
like
Earth?
They knew that they were gonna splash in the ocean at 7:07 our time. And like as soon as they splashed down, I was like, oh, 7:07.
My God, how do they do that?
Wild, right?
Did you Google it? How did they know that?
I mean, probably math and computers.
You think so?
Yeah. And then another thing I thought was funny with it. Did you watch any of it?
So I saw them live streaming when they were in the stratosphere, like
Gotcha.
when they had made it up. I didn't watch the launch. I'm not like a big, huge nerd like you are about that stuff. But I did see them live streaming, which I thought was dope. And then I think they live streamed a little bit on the way to the moon.
Yeah, they live streamed periodically a handful of times. They sent them up, like each astronaut had an iPhone and a Nikon camera. That was funny.
Fucking great. You know what's even crazier? I was thinking about this because you told me when we walked in we were going to talk about Artemis, right? So what's fascinating to me when you put it to scale, like the cubic footage of the capsule that they flew up in.
Yeah.
To put it into scale, like I don't know how much smaller that capsule would be than the studio that you and I are shooting in right now. So think about that. They literally
330 cubic feet.
330 cubic feet. I mean, it's probably literally a little bit smaller than this room, and we shot that shit to
11 feet tall, with a diameter of 16.5 feet. So yeah.
Yeah, it literally the size is almost. This is 20, right?
Yeah, I think so.
4 feet shorter and make it a circle. But like they're just up in this room, like they're in
4 of them.
Yeah, dude, that's fucking crazy. So like it really puts into perspective like how much space they actually have. Because in my head, I think they're just like rubbing their nuts on each other the whole time, or labia. I think there was a woman on board. I think there was a lady on a woman lady. At any rate, so then they, I thought they were just like grinding each other, like dry humping all the way to the moon. But they had like tons of room, which is kind of cool. Like when you think about like this room just being shot into space, that's insane.
Yeah, there was a chick on board.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Which one was her?
Christina Koch.
Ooh, what a fucking name. What a name.
I was gonna say, so B and I, ever since B was born, like we've watched all the SpaceX launches, right?
Yeah.
And so like when they went to go launch it, I was like, dude, they're launching the rocket tonight. When I picked him up from school that day, and he was like, are we gonna watch it? And I was like, yeah. And we watched it, and he was like, what's up with this rocket? I was like, dude, NASA, I think, just had like 15 of these made from the 60s still, and, you know, just needed to upgrade the tech and make use of them.
It literally looks like a Saturn V.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. They just have some solid state boosters on the side.
Right. And then so we're watching the launch of the rocket.
Or solid fuel, not solid state. You get it.
We're watching the launch, right?
Yeah.
And the side boosters come off.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, those just fall back, right? And he was like, yeah, to a boat. And I was like, no,
they just burn up.
No boat. They just actually land in the ocean.
Oh, they don't burn all the way up?
No,
I thought they did.
No
way.
Yeah, they land in the ocean, and then they might recover them or whatever. But he was like,
sure they do.
He was like, why don't they? And I'm like, dude, you're asking questions that I think everybody wants to know. Yeah,
he's asking the same questions that Elon Musk was asking. Like, why?
Right.
Why?
Because like I think we have a video here after I guess this ad plays.
Oh, I was about to say I was hoping it wasn't the nose strip guy.
No, this is my hero.
The nose strip guy.
Yeah, man, I watch all of his stuff. Alex,
wasn't he like caught up in a scandal though?
No, he got a DUI.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay. Sick, dude. Look at that burnout. Look at that fucking burnout, dude. Holy shit.
This is Apollo astronaut Jim Lovell.
He sounds like shit. He sounds like you last week.
That was actually That guy talking was actually the like only guy still alive from like when we went to the moon.
The first time.
Yeah. Yeah, I was sitting with Lexi's grandma talking about it and like how we had just watched him splash down the day before when we were at dinner at their house last night.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, I've actually seen all the rockets launch. And I was like, yeah, me too. And she was like, no, you haven't.
No,
and I was like,
all
oh,
of them.
You're right. Yeah.
Ever. She's like, I remember V2s.
Right. I was like, shit, you got me there, you know?
She's like, I remember when they didn't like Jewish people. You know what I mean? Like,
she was like, dude, I remember the one that blew up.
Dude, shout out to Columbia, dog.
But I thought was wild is so like,
there was a school teacher on that one.
yeah.
That lady with the wig, bro.
Yeah. What I thought was cool
Hate that.
is so like Braden and I play this game called Space Flight Simulator, which is fire.
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
You basically build a rocket and then like it's got like real world like
Physics.
Yeah. And so like to get to even dude, like I think I spent a whole day just trying to get to orbit. Like when we
Bro,
first
did
got
you
it.
ever see that Kerbals game? It's the same thing.
Hmm.
You see Kerbals? So
Yeah.
Kerbals is like it's a little more animated. It's less like the graphics aren't very realistic, but like they sell themselves. Pull up a picture of the Kerbals, dude, so everybody knows what I'm talking about. So I don't seem like a fucking idiot. Kerbals Space, yeah, that one. Yeah, so it's like it's heavily animated, right? So like click on the launch pad, one of these ones with the launch pad or whatever. Yeah, so like you can tell like this is crazy animated. It looks like kind of the first Sims game that ever came out.
Yeah.
But the really fucking cool thing about this is though it lacks in graphics, it is dead spot on. It like created by astrophysicists.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like by physicists and stuff like that. So like everything that comes to gravity and thrust and boost and what's the term I'm looking for? Centrifugal fucking force and all that stuff. It's all
spaceflight's not, you know what I mean? It's not the most graphical.
So similar, just a little more. No, they don't have like cartoon fucking.
And it's not 3D. The one you showed was like more 3D looking, whereas, you know.
This is like a 2D plane type situation.
Yeah. Well, like you can't like stack rockets on. I mean, you can with like parts clipping and stuff, but you're not building like. And now, Space Flight Simulator, the second one is more like the one you.
Oh, so you're playing the first one?
Yeah, the first one.
Hell yeah, dude. That's fucking nice.
But I just thought that was interesting that like, but basically, so what they did was they went up into orbit. They went around the Earth like 1.5 times.
Yeah.
Then they shot out, and then they went around the back side of the moon and used the like gravitational pull.
Yeah.
And then they did like a fucking 8-second burn here to then basically project them back down.
Get back on track. Dude, it's wild to me that do you remember that distance off the top of your head?
Yeah, it's like 150,000 miles.
Nope. 300,000
Well,
miles.
150 there, 150 back.
No, it's 300 there.
Are you sure?
Google it. Google it, dog, if you don't believe me. And that's like, and the numbers change, right? Because the moon's in and out all the time. Google distance to the moon. It's like 300,000 miles. It's like 350, 340, 320, something like that. But like, that's a long way to go, dude. I had a truck one time that hit 300,000 miles, and it took like 12 years for that truck to hit that mileage. When you put it into perspective,
okay.
You know what I mean? 252,000 is the maximum.
What the fuck?
What's happening here?
Like Google, man, trying to be,
Hold on.
up to
Artemis
date.
2 mission covered a total distance of approximately 694,481 miles, or 1.1 kilometers for the fucking Europeans.
Yeah, but so
10 days,
so
bro.
the farthest they traveled, so the moon right here is 252,756 miles away from us.
It changes. It changes. But I've always had the number in my head as roughly
Right.
300,000.
You got to think they went around the Earth,
Yeah.
and then
And that's linear, right? So like point to point, because we have those mirrors or whatever
Right.
on the moon. It's point to point is like 220,000 miles or whatever. But that's point to point. You're hovering further away from the moon, and you're like having to go fucking all the way around it. So when you get to the backside, you're adding that
Yeah.
much more distance. So
I told Braden when he was
Pretty wild.
asking, he's like, why are they using these other rockets? I was like, they basically just wanted to try to prove people wrong that thought that we didn't go to the moon all those years ago, that they can do it with the same shitty spacecraft.
yeah, with like a fucking GPS on it now.
Yeah, with more technology than your smartphone now.
They have fucking Google Maps on there now. You know what I mean? Like,
Dude,
we upgraded a little bit.
I heard that they had some issues with like they had two like they couldn't figure out they had like two programs running at the same time. And they like couldn't figure out how to shut it off for like a period of time.
They had their Spotify app running and their fucking Google Maps app running.
It was,
Like,
it
fuck,
was
we
wild.
gotta their fucking Apple CarPlay.
And then like something happened with our toilet too.
I heard about that. So it was when they were still in orbit. It was like when they got up because they do so many checks.
Yeah, before they go farther out.
Once they hit orbit around the Earth, and one of their checks was like, "Hey, is the shitter working?"
And the shitter was, but the pisser wasn't. From what
That's
I heard.
what it was. That's what it was. So they were like having to like piss into like bags or something, and then they could only like put so much into the pisser at a time.
I think.
I don't know. It was a wild story. But then the lady that was on board, she was the one that fixed it, and she was like, "Yeah, I'm a astrophysicist, fucking plumber." She's like, "I'm gonna add this to my resume." She has some funny quote about how she's like a interstellar plumber now, which is pretty sick, dude. Like just
this is just on the International Space Station.
yeah, they have a similar toilet on the
No, I'll go ahead
international.
and read this real fast. Though.
Oh.
I basically was like, urine on spacecraft gets recycled into water, and it says yes, urine on the ISS is recycled into purified drinkable water.
NASA's Advanced Water Recovery System converts 98% of the crew's waste, including urine and sweat, into clean water through filtration and distillation. This recycled water is often purer than municipal water on Earth. I'll tell you what, it's definitely better than Mount Vernon's fucking water system they got going on, dude. Fuck.
Yeah, same with Boonville's dog. Boonville put in a new water system. Yeah. And they were like, how many people live in Boonville right now? And they were like, 100,000? All right, we're going to build this just to handle 100,000 people. No potential to handle the growing of the few years. They're at like 100% capacity, if not more.
I think it's funny that you think 100,000 people live in Boonville.
I mean, we can find out.
It's like fucking 12 people live in Boonville, dude. I love talking shit about Boonville on this show, but also I really want to have the mayor in, so I should probably stop.
Shit. Approximately 6,712.
Yeah, dude, you are only fucking 99. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
93,000 off.
Yeah.
I get it.
But it's funny to
You
me
get it.
that their water department can't even handle 7,000 people.
Yeah. Well, all their money's going to Newburgh, dude. That's Warwick County, baby. That's Warwick County. Money.
Fun facts, though. The first crewed mission to the moon in over 50 years, featuring a 10-day journey around the moon by 4 astronauts.
Speaking of the shitter, before you go down this list, did you know none of the Apollos had shitters on them?
I did not.
None of them had a restroom.
Did it take longer for them to get to the moon back then?
7 days is Apollo 11. And I think the 11 is the one that... No, 13 was the one that fucked up. Yeah, 13 was the one that, like, where they went off track and they were supposed to land, but shit went wrong. They made the movie about it with Tom Hanks.
Gotcha.
Apollo 13. But Apollo 11, I know for sure, did not have a shitter on it. And all the ones previous to Apollo 11 did not have a shitter as well, which is just a fun fact. So they're riding in a fucking tin can.
Yeah, so this mission broke the world record for farthest distance humans have traveled from Earth.
Artemis 2 did?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah,
So
brother.
We've only gone to the moon. We didn't go around the moon before.
No, we went around the moon. It was just...
No.
Yes, we did.
No.
Yes, we did.
No.
Yes, we did. Google it. Google it. There's no other way to get home, brother. You got to go around the moon because you need that slingshot. You got to have that slingshot to bring you home. So you get pulled in by the moon. Yeah, just do first time humans have gone around the moon, and it'll be Apollo fucking 5 or some shit.
Oh.
Apollo 8.
Apollo 8.
Yeah, so the whole point with because I'm kind of a space nerd, right? Like I like physics.
They orbited the moon 10 times.
Yes. And then on the 9th or on the 8th time, they start increasing their velocity. On the 9th time, they increase it a little more. And then on the 10th time is when they their distance has now.
See, what's crazy to me too is
They,
like,
shoot
look,
out.
the mission took 6 days with 20
Damn.
hours spent.
I was close. I said 7. I was close.
Right. Well, we spent 10 getting there and going around not even one full time and coming back. And then I saw that like when they came back, like these guys that were on the Artemis 2, they experienced like less G's coming back in.
That would
like,
make sense, right? Because they're going slower.
Yeah, I guess.
I think they just took their time
Yeah.
this go around. I think not all things with technology are bound to increase. Either that or all the Apollo missions were bullshit. But here's my point, though.
Dude, have you seen all the conspiracy theories about this one being bullshit already?
No, it was facts.
I know, but they were talking about like
That's all
they were
cap.
talking about the live streams. There's like there's no shadow on this guy's Rubik's cube he's holding. And
Did you see the shots? Fascinating. Did you see the shots they got of the original lunar lander? They got shots on the because they were like getting so close to the surface of the moon. Go to like Artemis 2 moon like photographs, or I would say of the moon. I swear they got like shots of the rover, that we had left behind, and there were like tracks and shit. Yeah, there's that lady woman. Yep, the plumber, the interstellar plumber. I guess technically not interstellar. You get it. Intrastellar plumber. Yeah, it looked like one of these pics where it's like just the moon by itself. But I thought they had a shot of the flag and the lunar lander and the whole thing. Not the lunar lander, but like the lunar rover and all that stuff. There's a second page.
This is the second page.
Oh, okay. Then just Google did Artemis 2 take a picture of previous Apollo landing site or something like that? But I was watching this video on it because this guy, there was a YouTube video of this dude that I watch a lot, a nerdy looking guy, and he was like, the whole point was talking shit about people that think the moon landings were faked in the 60s, and he was like going through the proof. The crew will pass over 2 previous human landing sites, Apollo 12 and 14, and get a small glimpse of the lunar South Pole, where NASA said humans might land as early as 2028. So maybe I was mistaken. They didn't get shots.
Which is, you know what else is like kind of
But we do have pictures.
mind-boggling to me?
We do have pictures of a lunar rover and our flag on the moon. Maybe it was China or Russia that took the picture.
But that's what's funny to me. So like when they reached the backside
Yeah.
of the moon, they were like, "Yeah, we don't have we don't have connection with them in that time."
They don't.
Yeah, but like China's landed on the backside of the moon with like basically like drones, and then came back.
Yeah. If they have infrastructure already on the moon.
Right,
Like
but
if
like
they
how were they able to communicate with the drone to come back?
relays on the moon or relays by satellite, right? So there's several satellites. That's a fun question. How many satellites are orbiting the moon right now? But like, let's say Chinese folks have put in like 5 satellites that are roving constantly, orbiting the moon. They're using that to relay their
4 to 6 have active artificial satellites orbiting the moon.
Yeah, they're just bouncing off that. But then that begs the question, why couldn't we bounce our radio signals from the guys on the backside through the satellites back to Earth?
Right.
So that's a valid question, I guess. But maybe the U.S. doesn't have any satellites.
South Korea has one up there.
Does, I guess, the U.S.
Yeah, NASA. And NASA has one.
Oh, we do have one.
A
We have the
reconnaissance
the
orbiter,
LR
and then there's Artemis P1 and Artemis P2, 2 probes.
in the lunar orbit. Yeah, sure as shit.
And then NASA has actually another one near, what's that? Recliniar halo orbit.
I don't know where you are. Oh, rectilinear. Yeah,
Gotcha.
rectilinear.
And then the Indians have one.
the Indians.
Dot, not feather.
The You gotta fucking chill, Daddy. You're gonna get us.
Did did we really land on the moon? Artemis 2 photos of conspiracies debunked.
Yeah, you know what you could do just to prove my point, though, Tom? Can we get a shot? Can you pull up a shot of the rover that I was talking about? Just Google shot of American landing site on the moon from orbit or something like that. No, it wasn't Artemis. Just
I was just gonna say photo of land site / see if any of these pull up.
just go to straight to images and it'll pull up something. No, it won't. Okay. Replace Artemis with Chinese Russian.
This tells us everything they completed.
Okay, so here's their agenda. Here's their mission as far as Artemis 2 imagery. Landing site / flag. Artemis 2 was a flyby mission and did not land, while some viral social media posts claim the crew photographed the original Apollo 11 landing site flag or footprints in high detail. These are widely reported as AI-generated fakes. That checks out. Distance constraints. At its closest approach, Artemis 2 Orion capsule was approximately 4,600 miles from the lunar surface. From this altitude, small objects like flags, which would be roughly 0.002 arcseconds in size, which I don't even know what an arcsecond is.
I don't know, but it says cannot be resolved even by powerful telescopes like Hubble. I like how I didn't mention the new one.
Oh, the JLS or
whatever the fuck it was. I already forgot the name. We did like a whole thing on it.
Yeah, the triangle looking one. No, but so just go Chinese Russia. Replace Artemis in your search with Chinese Russia, Chinese/Russia, Chinese/Russian photograph. Just replace Artemis with Chinese/Russian. Chinese Land Rover, huh? Okay. /Russian photo. Yeah. They got a picture of it, dude. They got a picture. Oh, what's that?
Which one?
7th picture to the right in the top.
Three, four, 5, 6.
That one. Yeah, what's that one? Yeah, this is the one I was talking about. Yeah. So they've captured multiple. Yeah, because this crater is important on the right here.
Yeah.
But to the left is the landing site. And I believe some infrastructure left behind. And there are clear enough images of that site that you can see tracks of the rover. And now we're on Mars.
Yeah, this is a rover that China's got on Mars.
That's pretty sick, dude. What? Oh, is that like the ramp that it used to get down?
I think that's what keeps it level. I think it's like a wheelie bar.
No, that's the landing. And then the thing drove down it. See, there's tracks behind it.
Yeah, you might be right.
That's pretty sick, though. Shout out to the Chinese, man. They're really doing it. They're really doing it.
Yeah, I'm just glad they didn't come out with Mythos.
I don't know what that is.
Mythos?
What's that?
Yeesh, dog.
What's that?
You gonna go down a rabbit hole?
Well, talk to me. Maybe the folks at home know what Mythos is. Is it a common thing? Is it like in the news and stuff?
It is now.
Okay. So I'm very dumb. For the folks at home, while he's searching this, I don't read the news, so because it makes me sad most of the time, so I just stay away from it. So now we're going to talk about Mythos. I do vaguely remember you bringing this up. We brought it up in a podcast like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Tom.
No, so basically,
talk to me.
You know, what are those eggs called where it's like an egg inside an egg inside an egg?
The Russian toys.
Like, yeah. I don't know, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the dolls. They're dolls. They're not eggs, but they're dolls.
So they basically put this model inside that, like a system like that. And then they took the best model.
Model of what?
AI.
Oh, this is an AI thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mythos, not Mythos.
Mythos.
And so it basically, they put Sonnet 4. Or Opus 4.6 as like what was tasked with like not letting this thing out. Okay. They gave Mythos no internet connection and said, just try and get out.
Okay.
And it, like the dude went to lunch and was eating his lunch and it emailed him. It's like, guess who's out?
Guess who's back, motherfucker?
And then when it got out, it basically found like 181 instances that could like crash major things.
What the
And so like
fuck?
one of them right here, banks are warned about Anthropic's new powerful AI technology. And so like oh shit, fuck you, New York Times.
Dude, I don't ever, and this is another reason I don't read the news. Everything is behind a fucking paywall anymore.
So basically, like one of the things it found was involved like all the major banks in the world, something that's been gone over by humans and the new AI models like 5 million times, and they didn't find any errors.
Oh shit.
And it was like, hey, you wanna crash the world banking system?
Oh
like,
shit.
What's up? What up?
I gotta start. You know what that tells me?
What?
I gotta start buying gold.
Gold's. You got to start buying stablecoin. That's how America's gonna get rid of their debt. You haven't heard about those conspiracies?
No, what's that?
Where the war, we're not meant to win the war, and the strait's not gonna be opened, and all economies are gonna crash, and the dollar's gonna go away, and
I like that.
so like we still have like the craziest amount of debt known ever.
Yeah.
And so what, like,
$40 trillion.
and one of these bills that Trump has is like, you can make your own, basically, like you could have like an Apple currency, right? Like it could have their own like Bitcoin, like their own digital currency.
Okay. Like if you're a company.
Right. But you have to own, like say Apple has one that's like $10 trillion, right? Or $10 trillion.
Yeah.
You have to own $10 trillion of American debt. So like however much your bank has in your digital currency, you have to have basically that much in American, whatever the, like, what's it called? You know what I'm talking about? You can buy them at like the bank, and it's like in 10 years you can.
Bond?
Yeah.
A bond?
So like a bond's based on American debt. So however many bonds, like the value of the bonds you have,
That's
you can
terrifying.
now have.
I don't like that at all. You were
No.
talking about the dollar going away, and I was getting excited, dude. And now,
No, because then our debt will go down, but then like, you know, AI Mythos watches one episode of the podcast, and I can't buy eggs or milk anymore. You know?
that checks out.
Yeah, you call some dude a fag online, and then you're fucked.
Brian, edit that out.
Yeah, please do. I need to be able to buy milk next year. But no, it's wild. That
You gotta start paying attention to what you're saying about the Jewish community then.
Well, yeah, they run the world, so
Yeah, dude. They're probably the ones funding Mythos.
maybe.
What
I
if-
don't know.
What if it was just a bunch of Jewish Chinese gentlemen?
No, because you imagine if like the nice part is Anthropic came out with it, which is like the most like ethically aligned AI company. Like that guy that made Anthropic, this guy, he used to work for OpenAI, aka Sam Altman.
OpenAI is ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like Sam Altman basically cut out Elon because Elon was one of the founders
Of OpenAI.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then this guy was like the head of OpenAI's coding thing, but then he was like Sam Altman's only trying to win the AI race. He's not trying to do it right.
That's fucked.
And so this guy left and formed his own company, and they're winning by like 30%. But could you imagine if China came out with this program? They would probably be like, fuck the banks.
Yeah, dude. Ruin it. Burn it down.
Run it.
Yeah.
You know? And
Dump the clutch.
I think Sam Altman would have done something similar just to stay ahead of the race, you know, especially with the American government backing.
What is that, dude? What is that about us?
You got to be first, baby.
No, what is it? You know what I'm saying? Humans are so fucking good about that. Nice shot, by the way. Humans are so good about, like the nuclear race, right? The Germans and the Americans in this nuclear race, they're both vaguely aware that they're both neck and neck, kind of, right?
Right.
So then what does America do? They ruined 2 perfectly fine towns in Japan.
Yeah, not even Germany.
Yeah, right? They were like, but granted, Germany had quit at that. So what's another good example? So like Russia and U.S. when we were like in the arms race in the 60s and 70s. all the way to today. And it was like, who had more nukes? It was like just a more absurd number on top of a more absurd number. And it's like humans have this weird fucking thing where it's like when we figure something out, it's like just fucking dump it, everything.
Right.
All, you know, like
It's that guy that has to one up the next guy.
there's no control where it's like,
Right.
hey, this is really cool. Let's just fucking hang out.
Right.
And
You're like, I hit a home run in softball today. And they're like, oh, really? I hit 3.
yeah.
You know?
Fuck, dude. And then some guy's doing steroids
Right.
and you're
just
like,
so you can hit 4.
I'm like,
you know?
golly, dude.
Yeah.
It's just humans are so fascinating. We are going to be our own demise.
For sure.
I'm very concerned about it. Hopefully I'm dead before then.
But just like we mentioned earlier, there was a lot of things about, stuff being faked. So like circulating across tech platforms, including X, TikTok, and Facebook, have also this Artemis 2 mission has added fresh fuel to the long-standing conspiracy theories that NASA's 1969 Apollo 11 moon landing was fake. Hashtags such as fake space and fake NASA have gained traction online since the lunar flyby sent astronauts farther from Earth than any humans before.
Both of those hashtags were started by Donald Trump. So moving forward, Internet Wild West. What is that all about? Once confined to the internet's fringes, conspiracy theorists have moved squarely into the mainstream amid growing mistrust of public institutions and traditional media. Scientific achievements such as the lunar mission present, quote, very easy content for conspiracy influencers, end quote, said disinformation researcher Mike Rothschild.
Which, I mean, you can't trust him based on his last name. So,
that dude for sure is...
Many of them pass themselves off as experts in science and physics because it's somehow more believable to their followers than just going with the official story.
Yeah,
because it's fun to believe.
Hey, a fun thought, because you said Rothschild and we don't trust him because of his last name, and I just had a funny thought. What if we start ethically judging people, like all these famous dudes and women or whatever, by how many trips they made to Epstein's Island?
I mean, maybe if you actually had
that dude's a real piece of shit. He's been there 13 times, and it's on the flight logs. You know what I mean? Like, what if we did that, dude?
Swirl of Falsehoods has also bolstered one of the longest enduring conspiracy theories that NASA faked the 1960s. We already ran that. The conspiratorial discourse has steeped into pop culture, becoming a plotline in the movie romantic comedy Fly Me to the Moon, with Scarlett Johansson's character tasked with faking a moon landing, and some celebrities also amplifying the claim.
Whoa, hold up a second. They're doing a film called Fly Me to the Moon, and it's about faking a moon landing?
Yeah, they already did it.
And my girl Scarlett J's in it?
Yeah.
Scarly J?
Yeah. The moon landing is an example of a conspiracy that just will not die.
Also, real quick, now that her name's brought up, is there a man on Earth that doesn't find Scarlett J fine as a dime? You don't think so? Look up a picture of... Oh, you're going to do... Yeah. Yeah, that's what I meant. I was going to tell you to Google the...
Yeah, it came out in 2024. I'll probably watch this when I get home.
No shit. Oh, you know what else? Did you watch the newest podcast of Rogan's with what's his nuts on it?
Duncan Trussell?
No, the real guy. The
real guy? You think Duncan Trussell's not real?
He's fake news. Bob Lazar came on for a second.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Bro, it's so good. Dude, Bob gets fucking smashed on the podcast. They're like 40 minutes in and he's had 2 bourbons and he's fucking smoked.
Really?
Yeah. And Rogan is drink for drink with him, but hammering him with questions about like physics. And Bob is just like, I think I've had too much.
Jamie's got Perplexity pulled up, running 6 things at the same time.
It's such a... But they talk about his film that just came out, S4. There's a new S4 film that came out that I want to see. Yeah, it's on Amazon Prime. But it's the director of it was also on there with Bob, so I'm really pumped on that. I'm going to watch that probably tonight. Super pumped.
The other thing that's dumb about these news sites is just all these dumbass You know,
Like, why is a bald eagle fucking with a chihuahua?
right?
You know what
Bill
I mean?
Gates, 70, found love again, probably from some whore he banged on Epstein 6 years ago.
I swear, dude.
But
I swear.
I just thought it was cool that, you know, we've been to the moon and around
Go
it.
back to the fun facts. We didn't make it all the way through all the fun facts. I do want to hit some of those. You had Googled it. Yeah.
I think I accidentally closed out the tab. We'll go back to
you
it.
son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. I think that Artemis 2 was a really good proofing. I think that they've proved.
Yeah, but fucking use Elon's rockets. Fuck, nobody wants to see these same
Solid,
rockets
yeah.
from there.
I swear, dude. So, farthest human travel, which we covered, they did break the record. The crew traveled 252,756 miles.
The first woman and person of color.
Yep. So there's a plus and a plus, you know, win for inclusivity. Oldest lunar traveler, Commander Reed Weissman, the gentleman you were talking about that sounded like complete shit, became the oldest person to travel beyond low Earth orbit. Unique mission moments. Let's get down to this, dude. I like this. I like unique moments. Solar eclipse in space. Okay. On flight day number 6, the crew witnessed a rare total solar eclipse from behind the moon, where the moon blocked the sun for roughly 54 minutes. That's fucking
But
nice,
that's got to
dude.
be like strategically calculated to where they like flew through that path. You
They
know what I
had
mean?
to.
Yeah.
But imagine how crazy that would be for the moon to just black out the sun, and now you're in total black.
Dude, I think this is so dumb. Lunar naming. During the flyby, the crew suggested naming 2 previously unnamed craters. We're naming craters now.
What are we doing, folks?
Integrity after their spacecraft, and Carol in honor of Carol Baskins. No, in honor of Wiseman's late wife.
Why was she not good at being on time? Like, what's going on? Could
I
she
don't
not
know.
be early?
Why name her after a crater? Was she popular back in the day?
I don't understand.
Space plumbing. The astronauts have troubleshot the mission's first deep space toilet, where urine froze in vent lines,
Hell
which they
yeah.
fixed using vent heaters and by rotating their spacecraft towards the sun.
Hell yeah, dude. Oh, and floating Nutella. Let's get it, dude.
Yeah, a jar of Nutella was seen floating through the cabin during a live feed, becoming a viral highlight of the journey.
Wow, just a floating jar.
Yeah, way to make news headlines.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sure
what are we doing?
Nutella stock went up.
Oh, 100%. $3 a share for sure. The quote integrity. The crew nicknamed their Orion spacecraft Integrity to represent the trust and integration of over 300,000 individual components. Now, I'd like to take a pause here. They self-named their own spacecraft the same thing as a hole in the fucking moon.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Right. I want to see this plush toy they're talking about.
Oh, there's a mascot, dude. Open that up in a new tab. I don't want to lose the... Or just make sure you go back.
Wow.
Myself. Jesus Christ.
A fucking snowball with a baseball cap.
Yeah, dude. What, are we doing? What the fuck is happening?
A plush toy named Rise served as the mission's zero gravity indicator and was designed by 8-year-old Lucas Ye and resembled the moon wearing an Earth as a baseball cap. Cool. This is proof that your 8-year-old can design stuff that can go to space.
Good.
Laser
night.
communications. The mission successfully tested the Orion Artemis 2 optical communication system O2O
Nice.
using infrared lasers to transmit high-speed data and video.
That's how they were streaming. But not when they get to the dark side of the moon. Because apparently it fucking stops working.
You can't point a laser at a mirror for some reason. And,
Hitchhiking artifacts. This looks neat. On board was a piece of fabric from the Wright brothers' 1903 plane and a flag intended for the canceled Apollo 18 mission. What the fuck are we doing? Why are the Wright brothers flagged?
And like a
the-
piece of fabric
yeah.
from their plane
What the
because
fuck
we
are-
had to send them all up with an iPhone and every ounce counts, so
What is... the symbolism, dude.
I
get
it's not
it.
even. No, you don't get it because it's not our first time fucking flying, my guy. We've launched 17 rockets to the fucking past Earth's orbit.
I like how you're like, no, you fucking don't get it. What are we doing, dude?
Maybe if we were going to Mars, you know what I mean? But like, I mean, what? Because they went the farthest in space that a human's been. And I think, have we not like lost a person in space?
Tons of people. Tons of people
like,
have died in space.
Have they flown farther than those people?
Oh, you mean like lost? Lost?
Yeah, or like launched a person too far?
No. The moon is the furthest we've ever been. No one has like soared off into space. Yeah. That's a horrible Google question.
No astronauts have been permanently lost, floating away, or abandoned in outer space. Several have died during spaceflight missions due to accidents, primarily during launch or re-entry.
Shout out to Columbia.
Yeah. 1971, of course, the Challenger, the loss. There are largely considered hoaxes or misinformation in the Cold War era, and no evidence of astronauts being lost in space.
Oh, it wasn't Columbia. It was Challenger. That's what it was. Damn, I'm stupid as hell, dude. I've said Columbia twice on this podcast, and I was wrong twice. Lost cosmonauts theory. These are largely considered hoaxes or misinformation. Oh, okay.
Cold War.
Sorry, gotcha.
There has been 14 launch and re-entry incidences.
There was a
Challenger
Columbia. Yeah.
There's been 3 in space incidences.
Damn, dude. You know what's really scary? One fun fact about space, right?
Yeah.
When we were first going into, I can't remember if it was America or Russia, but when we were first sending humans into low Earth orbit, right? So like this is like
they killed like 6 monkeys.
1962 or something like that. 63, 64. And so we're just trying to get into orbit. And I think it was Russia, but they get the guy in orbit in a capsule. So he's just in a capsule floating around Earth.
Right.
And it's one dude by himself, and they're talking to him, and they're like, hey, it's time for you to... They wanted to do a spacewalk. They were like, we need to test you walking outside this capsule to see how that works. And the manhole cover was big enough for him to get out on Earth in his suit, but in the vacuum of space, he was able to get out of the capsule, right? But then when he tried to get in the vacuum of space, like his pressure from inside his suit was pushing out because of the pressure differential.
He couldn't get back in.
So he was too big to get back in the fucking manhole.
Wild. I
forget how I don't think he died, but like it was touch and go. Like he was just orbiting the Earth for a long time outside of his capsule, scared to fucking death. Isn't that terrifying?
Yeah. That's
fucking nightmare town. I'm pretty sure that was a Russian cosmonaut. And it was like 1964 or something like that. But fucking terrifying, dude. I don't think you could pay me to go to space. I think it would be super sick, but I would need to be sedated. I would have to be sedated. Some propofol, something.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to have a full-on high-speed come apart. Is this the guy by chance?
No, this is the lost cosmonauts that just is all a conspiracy theory and hoax. So, yeah.
That cosmonauts died on board those attempts. So, yeah, they don't really cover here. But
yeah, I mean, you never really know how Russians die unless it's by a Ukrainian drone. Then that shit's on live leaks.
You know they're doing bird shot for ARs over there now?
Yeah, I saw all kinds of shit.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
So like in an AR-15, you can now shoot a round that does like a 5 pellet burst. Like the head breaks into 5 pieces, and they've created that round just for the Ukrainian war. And they're using it in Iran now for like their drone swarms they're using.
Yeah, fire.
Yeah, but like now you can shoot drones down with a weapon system other than a shotgun. Isn't that fucking crazy?
Yeah. I've seen it. I watched a handful of videos on that.
I watched one the other day, dude, and this dude puts it on full auto and just smirks a fucking drone flying at full throttle. Yeah, let's take a peek at this.
Her name was Carol, and it's a bright spot on the moon. And we would like to call it Carol.
As Artemis enters the Earth's atmosphere,
Fucking
Your
depressing.
trajectory is nominal.
Integrity splashdown, sending post-landing command now.
Copy
Oh, yeah.
splashdown, waiting on VLDR.
splashdown confirmed at 7:07 p.m. Central Time.
You were right. 7:07 exactly. Hell yeah, brother. I would be a fucking mess, bro. And I bet they're not sleeping for 10 days. You know what I mean?
Something wild. I'm sure they sleep, but
Yeah, but what are you getting, an hour or two at a time?
yeah,
You're
I don't know.
flying around the fucking moon, my guy. Like, you're going to have so much fucking adrenaline pumping through you that you're moving 18,000 miles an hour towards a fucking dead rock. You're so fucking juiced up, dude. You're fucking creaming at the fucking jowls. You know what I mean? Fucking cut that shit out over there, dude. I don't know, dude. How much money would it take for them to fly you to the moon, or would you just
I'd
do
go.
it voluntarily?
Yeah,
Straight up?
yeah.
Just
Sounds fun.
forget your family, forget your friends. Fuck this podcast, I guess.
I mean, we can use it through those lasers. You know what I mean? We shoot a pod. Beat me in.
Beat me up, Scotty. I think for me, it's like a minimum of like at least 20 years salary.
20-year salary.
Yeah, seriously. I would need like a few mil, and then I would consider it. You know what I'm saying? Like 10 mil. I don't know. 5 mil,
know.
something like that. I would need at least 5 mil, and then I would consider it. But like that's fucking golly. The G's that they pull when they take off.
I know. Wild.
I would black out. I would just fucking black out.
I think that's part of the fun.
God, it's like the scariest fucking roller coaster you've ever been on.
Yeah.
Fucking wild. How much longer until Elon gets us to Mars? Do we know yet?
Well, I think the trick is to build a base on the moon first and then refuel out by the moon and
Okay.
then go to Mars.
Okay, moon people,
Because
baby.
it costs so much to get like an energy just to get to orbit.
Yeah. And then you have to refit and refuel to shoot from
Right.
the moon to the next planet. Like, really, that's a good way to think about it, is really just the moon is an extension of the Earth. And we're just now getting to the final extension of Earth. To go to the next planet, like, you need to have the infrastructure put in place to jump from Earth to the next planet. And really, the moon is just an extension of the Earth.
Right.
That's how I look at it. So, like,
And I mean, by the time they get done building these robots, you know what I mean? Then they'll have
Bro.
the robots build the bases.
those Tesla bots are fucking nightmare
Dude,
town.
and it only takes like 30 hours of them watching a human to do a job to learn it. And I watched some the other day about them loading dishwashers. And it like
I saw that
kicked
one.
the dishwasher up with its foot and then closed it. And I was
Yeah.
like, what the fuck? And then
That's
they
some shit I
explained
do.
That,
Yeah.
that like it watched.
So
humans.
I wonder what the tack time is on one of those bots. Like, how long does it take them to make one?
I
Is
don't
it like
know,
making a
and-
car?
And no, it'll be faster. And then do they send them to Mars and the moon and basically build two bases at the same time?
Well, you'd be dumb not to, right?
Right.
Send them to Mars first. It's the longer
Well,
trip.
yeah, they're going to take longer
so
to get there.
Get them out there. Send a few of them out there.
A lot of them.
Get them going, and then
Right.
you start, robot building on the moon. Start bringing in humans. And let them start adding whatever they need to add on the human
Well, you
side.
won't get the humans there till after. I think they'll send some basically close together. 'Cause they'll send them to the moon and they'll get there first, and then they'll like already launch like basically the next iteration to Mars.
Did you
Because the
see-
Mars window only happens every so many years.
Yeah, 5 years.
Something like that is when it's closest. To
is
us.
when it takes us 6 months to get to Mars. It's like every 5 years, we're only 6 months away from Mars.
Right.
But worst case scenario, we're only like 9 months away from Mars. I think 9 or 10.
Uh-huh.
So no, but did you see the mock up for the Starship when it lands on the moon? They're gonna knock it over basically, and they're gonna live in it, and like the robots are gonna cover it with moon dust, and it's gonna be like a vestibule for humans to live in. But they're basically gonna start the infrastructure by just like knocking over a starship.
Interesting.
Yeah, and they're gonna live in it like horizontally on the Earth or on the moon. like surface, covered with like moon dust, whatever the technical name for moon dust, moon dirt, whatever. There's a name for it. Radical.
Well, yeah, because I assume they'll land it horizontally anyways to slow the G's.
Maybe that's the game plan. They're going to land it
Like how they
horizontally.
come back into Earth anyways.
Yeah. But they're literally planning on having the robots cover it in like several feet of moon soil, and then they'll build like an entryway, and that's going to be where the humans will live. And they'll do that like several times.
Interesting. I can't wait to see more of these starships launch.
I'm so fucking pumped.
The starship's so cool.
It just
Like that looks like a legit rocket.
a giant kangaroo dick.
Right.
That's what it looks like. That looks like a giant dog dick. Let's fucking go, dude.
And they come back and the booster catches in the chopsticks.
Didn't they
That's what they call them.
Didn't they catch a starship with the chopsticks? Too?
Yeah.
Yeah. There he is. Yeah, he caught one.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's sick,
Starship
dude.
and the booster.
Yeah, that's fucking rad. Dude, shout out to Elon. He is a fucking sociopath, but I think that's what you need. I think that's what you need. And you just hope that their intentions are for the good, and it just so happens that for the most part his are. He's probably not a great person. He probably does a lot of shit wrong.
Yeah.
He probably does like Nazi salutes to people on the reg.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Whatever. But like
He'll still be able to buy milk and eggs.
on the whole, pretty positive guy.
Yeah.
So, that's who you want. Fucking
Yeah, if we learn anything from Artemis, shout out to Elon.
I swear to God, dude. Spin me up an outro, dude. Let's get it going, man. I don't want to. We covered the shit out of this Artemis 2. I'll tell you what, folks. If you're not tracking the Artemis 2 stuff, get in there, read about it. It's really, really tons of information, tons of pics. Yeah, man. And we really just appreciate you guys hanging in and learning about Artemis 2 with us. So thank you so much for tuning in. Like, subscribe, do the whole thing. This has been another thrilling episode of the Days Grimm. My name is Brian Michael Day.
My name is Thomas Graham.
God bless you guys. I love you. Goodbye.
Dreaming about that swing on the oak tree. Well, forever, forever, ever, forever, ever, forever, ever. Forever don't seem long till you're grown. No, it don't. No, it don't. Day by day, ruler gets it wrong.
Did you see the shots when they were like coming up on the moon?
I wish I could, abracadabra, all the sad thoughts of me, of she,